Well, welcome. Great to have you joining me. Great to have you practicing. Let's get started. When you're ready, you simply lie back, close your eyes, and breathe. Taking the time to settle in, taking the time to slow down. As we settle in, as we lie back, close our eyes, and just breathe. We're starting to practice that use of subtle effort. A subtle effort that allows us to soften around the edges. That lets our mind start to settle in, slowing down. Because one of the things that can happen here is we try and make this transition, especially on those days where the mind or body just doesn't feel like it wants to. You can try and start to use force. Try and squeeze the body, holding it still. Trying to hold the mind in place. And what we find when we start to use force is that it slips away even faster. So you take the time here, letting your touch be soft. You notice the mind's wandering, you simply draw it back. The body starting to fidget and move around, and you simply take a breath and fall back against the floor. There's a sense of ease to it. It's not always easy, but once you find it, it feels like there's ease, a softening. You take just a few more breaths, just a few more moments. And your next inhale is a nice deep full inhale. You fill the belly, fill the chest. And as you're ready, you release the breath, drawing your knees in. You wrap your arms around your shins, hugging your thighs tight, gently rocking from side to side. In that sense of movement, shifting of the body. Then back to center, tuck your hands behind your knees as you rock from the tailbone to the shoulder blades. A smooth rhythm, back and forth. And the next inhale draws you up to sit. You sit tall. You take a moment, closing the eyes if they've opened. Then inhale as you rise up. Tadasana. You find your balance. The feet are firm, shoulders back. Again, closing those eyes if they've opened. And palms together at your heart. And on inhale, you take the arms up, lengthening. And exhale, you fold forward over your legs. You get the hands to the floor and inhale, right foot steps back, low lunge. Left foot back, plank pose, top of push. And exhale as you lower towards the floor. Inhale, forward, broadening your collarbone for your back bend. And exhale, you press the hips back and up, down, up. You take any movement you like here. Start to wake the body up. Then inhale, right foot steps forward, low lunge. Left foot forward, folding over your legs. And inhale all the way back up. Full extension, reaching for the ceiling. And exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, left leg reaches back. Right leg back. And exhale as you lower. Inhale, forward, cobra, up, dog. Exhale, back, down, dog. Inhale, left foot. Exhale, right foot. Inhale, rising, reaching for the ceiling. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right foot back. Left foot back. Exhale as you lower. Inhaling. Exhaling, down dog. You try and settle into the rhythm. There's this fine line that we walk here where we're not overthinking it, but yet we still want to be conscious to what we're doing. Not just putting the body on autopilot and letting the mind wander off. You're right here with it, not overanalyzing. Inhale, right foot forward, low lunge. Left foot forward, folding over your legs. And inhale, rising, reaching for the ceiling. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left leg. Right. And exhale as you lower. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale rising. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right. Left. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. down dog. Inhale right, exhale left. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to your heart. Last one. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, left, right. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Down dog. Inhale left, exhale right. Inhale, rising. Exhale, hands to your heart. You relax your arms, you close your eyes if they've opened. Tadasana. And with the big toes close, heels apart, you bend the knees, drop the hips, and sweep the arms, chair pose. You set your base. Balancing your weight in the feet. The thighs engage the tailbone, drawing down. Then on exhale, you straighten the legs as you fold forward over. And you catch hold of whatever you got. Toes, ankles, shins. The head hangs heavy. The tailbone tilts towards the ceiling. Working into this forward fold. Then inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, float or step the feet back. Down dog or vinyasa. Moving with the breath. Then inhale, the right leg lifts. And on exhale, you step the foot forward for crescent lunge. So left knee lowers, toes uncurl. The hips sink down and forward as the arms sweep up. Nice crescent curve to the spine. Nice upward lift of the arms. And on exhale, we're going to bring that left forearm to our right thigh as we sweep that right arm back behind us. Crescent twist. If you want to work a little deeper into that left thigh, you can bend that left knee, catch and hold with that left foot. But be mindful of how those quads are feeling as we're still warming up, working into the practice. Good, then coming back to center. Hands to the floor, framing that front foot. You'll curl those left toes and lift that left knee, low lunge. And keeping that left palm grounded on the floor, inhale as that right arm reaches up. Low lunge twist. The shoulders stacked, the collarbones brought. You're nice and open from hand to hand. And finding that stance, that right foot firm to the mat, that left heel pressing back. On your next inhale, you let that right arm guide you as you rise up into your high lunge twist. The torso lifting up over top. That right arm reaches back. Left arm reaches forward. Then inhale, you bring that right arm around. And you rise the arms up overhead, high lunge. The hips and chest are square to the top edge of the mat. We're going to bring the palms together and drop the thumbs between the shoulder blades. So the elbows point up.
The head presses back against those forearms, opening through the underarm. Trying to take some full breaths here. Because of the positioning of the arms, the rib cage is a little restricted. You might notice your breath shallows a little. So just work into it as best you can. Then inhale, straighten the arms up. And exhale, hands to the floor as you step back. Down dog or vinyasa. Then inhale the left leg. And exhale as you step the foot forward. Right knee lowers, toes uncurl. The hips sink as the torso sweeps up. Press and lunge. And since we have that back knee down, we can really sink our hips and our weight forward. And then reaching those arms up and back. There's that nice long line from the front of the right knee all the way up through the fingertips. Then exhale that right forearm to the left thigh as that left arm reaches back behind you. Crescent twist. You want to bend that back knee, catching hold of the foot. Hugging the heel. And coming back to center, frame that left foot as you lift that right knee. Low lunge stance. Then the right hand stays down as that left arm reaches up. Low lunge twist. And when you feel steady, take your time. Staying with those legs, nice strong base as the torso lifts up. You might tighten up that twist a little bit. Reaching that left arm a little further back, that right arm sweeps a little further forward. Good, coming back to center, high lunge. Squaring the hips and chest forward. The arms reaching up. And palms together, thumbs drop in between the shoulder blades. Inhale, straighten the arms. Exhale, hands to the floor. Down dog or vinyasa. Inhale the right leg. And exhale as you step the foot forward. Warrior one. The back heel spins in. The torso lifts. The biceps are next to your ears as those arms reach up. Lifting the torso. A nice long upward line of the upper body. That low, strong stance of your legs. And straightening out your right leg. You're going to sweep your arms behind your back, interlace your fingers, setting up for pyramid pose. The knuckles draw away as the torso reaches forward and folds out over that right leg. Keeping the legs active. Both feet, both thighs engaged, pressing down and out. Then on your next inhale, let that right knee bend as the torso sweeps back up. Warrior one. Peel the left heel, high lunge stance so the hips are square. Then palms together, thumbs to your heart as you twist to the right. Revolve side angle.
Taking that left elbow outside that right thigh. You can open the arms up or bind behind that right thigh if you like. But you work into this deep rotation of the torso. That left shoulder rolling into the right, drawing back. Then on inhale, coming back to center, high lunge. Nice and smooth. You take a breath and set it up. And then exhale, hands to the floor as you step. Down dog or vinyasa. Inhale the left leg. And exhale, stepping the foot forward. Warrior one. You just let the eyes soften here. And the left leg straightens as the arms sweep behind your back. Interlace the fingers, broadening the collarbone, and on exhale, folding out over that left leg for pyramid. Inhale, warrior one. Then peel the right heel, high lunge. Palms together, thumbs to your heart. And you twist to the left. Revolve, side angle. Working those arms as you like. Broadening from hand to hand or binding behind that thigh. Good. Inhale back to high lunge. Nice and smooth. And exhale, hands to the floor as you find your way to down dog. Then exhale, right foot forward. We're going to bring the right hand to the floor inside the right foot, setting up for side angle. That left heel then spins in. And on inhale, you sweep that left arm up to the ceiling. Try to roll your sternum, the center of your chest, to point upward as best you can. If you want to wrap that left arm behind your back for your bind, you can catch that inner thigh or catch hands outside the hip. Roll the torso open. Notice if that right hip kind of swung out behind you as you went deeper. And if so, draw it back in toward the midline of the mat. That right hip hugs under as that left side rolls back. Then opening the arms into a T if you bend. And on inhale, you just lift the torso for warrior two. Rising up. You take a breath. Then left hand to left hip. Right hand's going to guide you forward as we make our way into half movement. Your weight shifts into that right leg. The left leg lifts up behind you. Those right fingertips can touch down, but have them light if they do. You're trying to find your center in the right leg. That right hand should be relatively light, just hanging from the shoulder. As you feel steady, that left arm can reach up. One more breath. And just as smooth as you came into it, you start to bend that right knee as you step that left foot back. Warrior two. Then sweep the left arm forward, hips and chest square to the top edge of the mat. High lunge. And either keeping your arms next to your ears or hands to your heart, you start to lean into that right leg for warrior three. Rising up, holding that line from the crown of the head to your left heel. And then working that line as best you can towards parallel with the floor. Nice and smooth, let that left foot now come forward next to the right as you rise up. Tadasana. Then bringing the arms straight out in front of you, parallel to the floor. You're going to shift your weight forward so the heels peel. And on exhale, slide your hips down imaginary wall. Come to balancing on the balls of your feet. Palms to the thumbs to your heart. Now if this bothers your ankles, your feet start to cramp on you, you can always sit yourself down. Otherwise, once you feel steady, you twist to the right. Taking that left elbow outside that right thigh. As that left side draws under again, you can open those arms, broadening across the collarbone. Nice deep twist. Nice tight rotation along the spine. And then back to center. Crow pose. If you know, you go right into it, otherwise take your time. Start with the fingers spread wide, palms flat on the floor, about shoulder distance wide. Your hips lift. Then as you bend your knees and elbows, the knees touch your triceps. And all you have to do from there is start to lean forward. Shifting your weight forward, those elbows moving forward. You'll feel that tipping point where your toes get light and float up off the floor. One more breath. Then you either float or step the feet back, straight to down dog or moving through a vinyasa. And exhale that left foot forward, low lunge. Then left hand's on the floor inside the foot. Right heel spins in, and right side sweeps open, side angle. If you like working that bind, wrap that right arm behind your back, grabbing the inner left thigh, or catching hands outside that left. Good. Inhale those arms back into a T if they're not already. And then rising up to warrior two. Once you feel centered, right hand to right hip. Left hand's going to guide you forward. The left fingertips may touch down as that right leg lifts up. Half moon. Maybe lifting that right arm. Nice and easy. Take your time here. That left knee bends as that right foot steps back. You feel like you're placing yourself right back at warrior two. And sweep the right arm forward as the right heel peels. High lunge. The arms can stay up or hands to your heart as you shift forward for warrior three. Rising up. Staying long from the crown of the head to right heel as you work to get parallel with the floor. Nice and easy, that right foot comes forward. Tadasana. And inhale, the arms parallel. The weight shifts forward, the heels peel. And you slide your hips down imaginary wall. Finding that balance on the balls of your feet. Or sitting yourself down. But once you find your setting, you twist to lift. Focusing on that deep rotation. That right elbow is outside that left thigh, so you have that leverage to really pull that right side around. That left side rolls open. Good. Coming back to center. Crow pose when you're ready. Knees separate. Palms flat. Hips lift. Bend the knees and elbows. And once those knees touch your triceps, just start to lean forward. And feel that shifting of weight. Your toes get light. Your hands get heavy. And finding your way to down dog. Floating, stepping, taking a vinyasa, or going straight there. And exhale, that right foot forward. Warrior two. Left heel spins in, torso lifts. The eyes can soften. Nice broad stance, open across the left. An active reach from hand to hand, opening across the chest. Then straightening out that right leg. Turn the toes in so the feet are parallel. And then pinching your heels towards each other as you bend those knees. Goddess pose. The elbows bend 90 degrees. Elbows drawing towards each other behind you. As you sit the hips as low as you like to go. But noticing as you sit lower, there's a tendency for those knees to start to kind of roll in towards each other. So draw them away. Staying broad through the adductors, the inner thigh. And inhale as you extend all four limbs out. The heels spin back out, and you fold forward between your legs. The hands land comfortable down. You then start to walk them back, using the traction of the palm on the floor to help you draw those shoulders a little deeper in. And then inhale, you lift up halfway. And on exhale, you walk yourself to the top edge of the mat, framing that right foot and stepping back. Down dog or vinyasa. Then exhale, left foot forward. Warrior two. And straightening the left leg. Turn the toes in. The feet are parallel to start. Then draw the heels towards each other, the knees bend, the hips sit. Elbows bend. Goddess pose. Inhale, extend the limbs. Spin the heels back out. The feet are parallel, and you fold forward. This time we're going to place that left palm flat on the floor right underneath your face. And inhale that right arm. Twisting the torso, stacking the shoulders. Noticing if the weight dramatically shifted to one foot or the other, and if so, bring it back to center. Trying to help keep those hips as level as possible so that twist is isolated to your spine. Then bringing that right hand down, placing it where the left hand is, and the left arm then reaches up. Long through the crown of the head. Now you're going to take that left arm and you're going to sweep it all the way across. And you're going to grab that right thigh, right calf, or the outer right ankle. And then that right arm reaches up. If you want to go tighter, you wrap that right arm behind your back, trying to grab your left thigh. And if you want to go deeper into the twist, with that left hand holding on to something outside that right leg, you start to bend that left elbow as you pull that left shoulder towards your right knee. And unraveling as you come back to center. And that right arm sweeps across and grabs hold of that left calf, left thigh, or left ankle. Then the left arm reaches up. Maybe you wrap that left arm behind your back, trying to grab that right thigh. And maybe you start to bend that right elbow, pulling that right shoulder towards your left knee. Then back to center. This time just hang between the legs, taking a breath, holding the torso. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, walk your hands to the top edge of the mat, framing your right foot and stepping back. And from down dog on an exhale, the right foot steps forward. Low lunge. Then draw that left knee forward and place the left knee on the floor outside your right ankle. And then you just sit your hips back, setting it for half spine twist. So you'll have that right knee pointed up towards the ceiling. The left foot is outside your right hip. Right hand's on the floor behind you. Left arm reaches up. And exhale as you twist. Hooking the elbow outside that right thigh. And coming back to center. From here, we're going into double pigeon. So what you're going to do is take that left shin and draw it forward so that it's parallel to the top edge of your mat. And then you just draw that right leg over top, stacking that right calf over that left calf. And you really want to try and have those shins parallel to the top edge of your mat, rather than having them kind of back a little bit like a cross-legged position. Once they're stacked and parallel, hands outside the hips, the collarbones broad. You can stay there, or you start to fold forward over those legs. Inhale, rising up. You're going to just lean back and lift those legs, Navasana, boat pose. Knees can be bent or straight. We're just doing one round. The collarbones broad, the low back's drawing in. Stabilizing the core. And exhale, cross your ankles as you roll forward. Down dog or vinyasa. Exhale the left foot forward. Then draw that right knee forward and place on the mat outside that left ankle. And then just sit your hips back. Half spinal twist. So the left knee points up, left hand's on the floor behind you, right arm reaches up, and exhales you twist. Hook in the elbow. And back to center. And so again, you draw that right ankle forward so that it's parallel to the top edge of the mat. Then you just slide that left calf over top. The shins are stacking, both parallel to that top edge. Hands outside your hips, lifting the sternum, starting to build that tension on the outer hip. Or you start to fold forward over those legs. Inhale, rising up, leaning back, and lifting the legs. Navasana. And cross the ankles, rolling forward. Down dog or vinyasa. Then a gentle bend in the knees. You look forward of your hands, and on inhale, you float or step to sitting at the top of your mat. You bring the legs through. Paschimottanasana. The legs are straight, the feet are flexed. The arms reach up. And exhale as you fold forward. You catch hold of your feet, your ankles, your shins. But then you bow your head, close your eyes. And you try and lead with your heart, your sternum, the center of your chest. Moving the torso forward, more so than just going down. And inhale, reaching out behind your feet as you rise up. You sweep those arms around in front. And on exhale, you lower yourself down to your back. Come to lie flat. Once down, you take a breath. Then bend the knees, feet flat on the floor. Preparing for 3 rounds of back bends on our back. The arms can be alongside the body for bridge, or hands above the shoulders for upward facing dog. And on your next inhale, you press down into your feet to lift the hips, low back, middle back, upper back if you like. And exhale, relax. Nice full breath. Then inhale, pressing down, you go up. Exhale, relax. Third and final one. On an inhale, you press down to go up. You breathe into the front of the body. And exhale, lowering down. Once you come down, you just draw your knees into your chest, wrap your arms around your shins. Nice tight squeeze. Then taking the arms alongside the body, palms flat, legs go straight up. You hang out there or shoulder stand. Toes towards the floor beyond your head. Once the hips lift, bend the elbows, hands against the back as you send the legs up. Two more breaths if you want any variations. Wiggle the toes, roll the ankles. Send the legs wide, scissor apart. Lotus, a twist. Whatever you like. Playing in the hip joint with the legs suspended in here. Then if you're in shoulder stand, coming back to center and taking your toes towards the floor beyond your head for play. The hips are high, low back's open. You release the hands to the floor, fingers point forward. And nice and smooth, you unravel. Come to lie flat on your back. Once down, the arms are alongside the body, preparing for fish. You press into your hands and elbows to lift the head and torso. Arc the spine, roll the shoulders back. And release the crown of the head towards the floor behind. And exhale, lowering down. You draw your knees into your chest to wrap your arms around your shins, nice tight squeeze. Taking the arms into cactus arms, elbows bent 90 degrees. You release the knees over to the left. One final twist. Back to center. And over to the right. Back to center. And on exhale, you either extend the legs, Shavasana, or you tuck your hands behind your knees as you catch your right for headstand. If you're doing headstand, take your time. You stay up as long as you want. You find Shavasana whenever you're done. If you're new to headstand, you start on your forearms and knees. Grab opposite elbows and bring the hands out, fingers interlaced, palms are apart. You place the crown of the head on the floor, cupping the back of your head in your hands. And curl the toes under and lift the knees. You find your foundation with those forearms and shoulders active. As you feel steady, you start to walk the feet towards the elbows, lifting the hips higher. Eventually drawing one knee towards your chest, heel towards your hip, and the other. And as you feel steady in this low position, you then just take the legs straight up overhead. You stay up as long as you like. You come down whenever you're ready. Finding Shavasana when you're done. Slowly begin taking deeper inhales, more active exhales. Gently waking the body back up. You start to wiggle the fingers and toes. You roll the wrists and ankles, arms and legs. Then turn the palms flat down onto the ground, gripping the floor as you inhale, grounding yourself. And exhale, you draw your knees into your chest. You wrap your arms around your shins and rock over to your right side. You rest there for a moment in the seat of full potential. And as you're ready on inhale, you slowly rise up to sitting. You come into a comfortable seated posture. Shoulders are back, chest is lifted. Back of the neck is long, and eyes are closed. And palms together at heart center, thanking yourself and each other for being here. Clear mind, peaceful mind. Peaceful speech, loving speech. Loving heart, clear heart. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Om. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Always great to have you here and have you practice. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. See y'all.